to the relationship between General Khan, Mr. Sayed, and Mr. Malema.
Breaking news. Madlanga Commission examines explosive messages between General Feroz Khan, Mo Sayed, and Julius Malema. Breaking news. South Africa's political landscape has taken another dramatic turn as the Madlanga Commission digs into explosive messages allegedly exchanged between General Feroz Khan, Mo Sayed, and Julius Malema. For those just catching up, the Madlanga Commission was established to investigate serious allegations surrounding corruption, political interference, and the abuse of power. Now the spotlight has shifted to communications that could reveal crucial details about key relationships and decisions behind the scenes. Welcome back to MVR Mazenesi TV News. And as always, kindly smash that subscribe button, like, and share this video so you never miss the latest breaking developments from South Africa and beyond. As the Commission carefully examines these messages, questions are mounting. What exactly was discussed? Could these conversations reshape public perception? And will this evidence have major political or legal consequences? Stay with us, because this story is developing rapidly. At the end of this video, I'll give my full analysis of what these revelations could mean for South African politics and the people involved.
To the relationship between General Khan, Mr. Sayed, and Mr. Malema. And there are various themes that run through the chats in this regard. The first one that I want to start with begins, and it's probably, it begins with xenophobic protests in 2021. Which is a reminder that we haven't moved on so far in the last 5 years. If we go to and also a reminder of Mr. Malema's principled stand in relation to xenophobia. If we go to 5963, we see at the 10th of June 2021, Mr. Sayed forwards to General Khan 6 messages, which he says come from Mr. Malema, and we'll take the messages and then explain why I say they come from Mr. Malema. The first one was a photograph of a person that's been deleted and that is no longer legible. The second was a picture of an Operation Dudula poster, in which Operation Dudula was threatening to remove all illegal foreign nationals by force and was calling for a meeting on June 16, 2021. And had the threat underneath, if you are operating illegally, you better pack and leave before 16 June.
Sorry, Mr. CHARKLESON, I don't know whether you answered the question as to why these are not being flighted when you were engaging or
they are being flighted. These are being flighted.
All right, inconsistent.
Oh, sorry.
I was checking whether there was a principle.
No. There's no. Maybe I'm going too quickly here, and I should slow down, and everything should be flighted. Sorry. Sorry.
You can tell who the source was when I spoke.
Solidarity on the Commission is breaking down, Chair.
Please continue, Mr. CHARKLESON. Thank you.
Well, maybe if we can start at the top. The top, if we go one up, is the message that straddles 5963 and 5964, which was forwarded from Mr. Sayed at message time 101:31 on the 10th of June 2021. What this is a deleted photograph of someone. And underneath it, at the same time, there is a picture of an Operation Dudula banner or poster, which says we'll be removing all illegal foreign nationals by force, calls for a meeting in Dipkloof Hall on the 16th of June, and has the threat, if you are operating illegally, you better pack and leave before 16 June. If we go over to the next page, still at the same time, and one sees that the first 4 messages are all have the same time because they are in fact forwarded messages to General Khan from Mr. Sayed. He forwards, "Must I tell the General? Must be arrested tonight? Yes." So those are 5 messages that are forwarded messages with the same timestamp, and then Mr. Sayed explains from Juju. That's a message from Mr. Sayed to General Khan. And then what comes afterwards is another forwarded message which says, "Okay, done." So essentially what Mr. Sayed is communicating is that he has been asked by Mr. Malema to forward the first 5 messages to General Khan. Well, he's been asked by Mr. Malema to forward those messages to General Khan. He has, in the second last message with the timestamp 101:33, he explains to General Khan that it's from Mr. Malema, and then he forwards his response to Mr. Malema, which is, "Okay, done, I have forwarded these to the General." Now that takes place on the 10th of June. The very next day, if we go down to 5971, General Khan sends to Mr. Sayed draft questions for the Inspector General of Intelligence. And that is at 11th of June at message time 1:51:47. And again, we have a problem that we frequently had with these message times, that they're 2 hours out because they are UTC, not South African Standard Time. So the questions that General Khan has drafted are: convicted drug dealer and member in the agent program, and the name has been redacted, claims to be close friends with you. Is this true? 2, do you take instructions from this person, as he alleges he has a close relationship with you? 3, what gratification does the Inspector General of Intelligence enjoy from this person? 4, how long has the Inspector General been a captured public service servant of, and then that person? So these are draft questions that General Khan has prepared, which he is going to essentially ask Mr. Malema to arrange to be put to the Inspector General in Parliament through the EFF. If we go down to page 5975, and sorry, I just want to emphasize at that stage, General Khan is not dealing directly with Mr. Malema. He is sending messages to Mr. Sayed. But the channel is to Mr. Malema, whether Mr. Malema is aware of General Khan's motives or not. We see that because at 5975, Mr. Sayed sends back to General Khan questions that have now been formulated to the Minister of Police and to the Inspector General of Intelligence. And these questions, and in fact the name is not going to be redacted in these questions, I'm told the name's been mentioned publicly already. These questions that Mr. Sayed sends back read as follows. First, questions to Minister of Police, written reply. 1, do you have any relationship with convicted drag lord? There's a misspelling of drug lord. Drag lord Timi Marimutu? If so, what's its nature, and does it include discussing crime intelligence matters? 2, have you been in contact with Timi Marimutu and discussed crime intelligence matters related to the Inspector General of Intelligence and the removal of General Jacobs as head of crime intelligence? 3, have you had any discussions with convicted drug lord Tumi Marumutu regarding the supposed deal made by former President Jacob Zuma and Major General Feroz Khan that he will use state intelligence resources to ensure the election of Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma as President of the ANC? If so, what security clearance did Tumi Marumutu attain to discuss crime intelligence matters with you as a minister? Those were the proposed questions to the Minister of Police, and the proposed questions to the Inspector General follow. One, do you have any relationship with convicted drug lord Tumi Marumutu? If so, what is its nature, and does it include discussing matters relating to crime intelligence? Two, have you had any discussions with Tumi Marumutu regarding the removal of General Peter Jacobs as head of crime intelligence? If so, what security clearance gives Tumi Marumutu access to you as the Inspector General of Intelligence, particularly as it relates to discussions of crime intelligence matters? Mr. Sayed explains below, Juju sent me now. General Khan's response is, excellent, bro. Let's go to war. When are they sending it to him? And what one sees in the exchanges that follow is what one often sees in WhatsApp exchanges, where people respond to a message while the writer of that message is writing another message, and so you get responses that don't respond to the immediately preceding message. You have to work out what they respond to. So Mr. Sayed says, are you happy with the questions? In other words, are you satisfied with these questions that Mr. Malema has sent me to be put to the Minister of Police and the Inspector General of Intelligence? But then, in response to General Khan's question, when are they sending it to him, Mr. Sayed says, let me ask. Now answering whether he's happy with the questions, General Khan says, yes, bro, and then says, this should get him to lie, and in return, we can ask for his removal because he lied. So what General Khan is disclosing here is that the purpose of these questions is not to establish whether the Inspector General has a relationship of any nature with Tumi Marumutu. Rather, it's to trap the Inspector General into lying in an answer to Parliament, and then to use the fact that he will have lied to orchestrate his removal. Mr. Syed is still responding to the previous inquiry of General Khan, which is when are they sending the questions, and he says at 65977 at 12 June 2021, 8:49, but I think it's been sent already. He then responds to General Khan's message saying, this will get him to lie and then we can get him removed, and he says, absolutely, he's going to deny it and then he's effed. Bye-bye P, ... And General Khan agrees with the abusive description of the Inspector General, says big P. Mr. Syed then says, when is it going to be fired off to them? And what we see later is that this is in fact a message that he has sent to Mr. Malema, which he's now forwarding to General Khan. The response is tomorrow. General Khan says they must fix up the spelling of drug in paragraph 1. In other words, Mr. Marumutu is a drug lord, not a drag lord. And he then, responding to when it's going to be fired off, and tomorrow, he says, thanks, bro, much appreciated. And Mr. Sayed then sends a screenshot of his exchanges with Mr. Malema, which show that the formulation of the question to the Inspector General of Intelligence came from Mr. Malema. That's the top of the screenshot. Paragraph 2, have you had any discussions with Timmy Marimutu regarding the removal of General Peter Jacobs as head of crime intelligence? If so, what security clearance gives Timmy Marimutu access to you as the Inspector General of Intelligence, particularly as it relates to discussions of crime intelligence matters? In fact, Mr. Sayed, even before General Khan had picked up the drug lord problem, has already responded to Mr. Malema and said drug lord, not drag. And then Mr. Malema says the whole DR, I'm not sure what that relates to, but we then see a 2249 on the screenshot, and if we go back up,
Shocking revelation. Madlanga drops more bombshells about him. This isn't the only explosive thing Madlanga had to say about him. In fact, he revealed even more details that have left many people talking. For those who may not know, the relationship between these two has been surrounded by controversy for quite some time, with accusations, public exchanges, and growing tension capturing the attention of many. Now, Madlanga has added another chapter to the story with fresh claims that are already sparking heated debate. Welcome back to MVR Mazansai TV News. And as always, kindly smash the subscribe button, like, and share this video so you never miss the latest breaking stories and exclusive updates. Stay with us until the very end because I'll give my full analysis on what Madlanga said, what it could mean going forward, and whether these latest revelations could change the public's perception of the entire situation. Let's get into it.
Getting the name of the complainant in that case was not something to which Mr. Malema was entitled, and was not something which General Khan was entitled to provide, still less the address of the complainant. And happening when it did, in the midst of this exchange in relation to questions to the Inspector General, which General Khan wanted Mr. Malema to organize, it has very much the appearance of a favor in return for a favor, an illegal favor in return for a favor. There is a second strand of the exchanges between Mr. Sayed and General Khan, which involves Mr. Malema. And it starts on the 30th of June at page 6227. And there, General Khan forwards to Mr. Sayed a disciplinary notice that has been addressed to him by the then Divisional Commissioner of Crime Intelligence. And the complaint essentially says that when General Khan was appointed in terms of the delegation that he shared with his friends to show off, he actually exceeded his authority and performed acts that he was not entitled to do, purportedly under that delegation. He sends this and the notice calls for representations from General Khan in relation to the possibility of disciplinary proceedings. It finishes, your response to this letter must reach my office by close of business today, Friday the 30th of July. He sends it to Mr. Sayed. Mr. Sayed's response is at 6228, and he says, "Did you manage to sort it, Brew? Can I send to Juju?" And General Khan says, "Please hold on." In other words, I don't need Mr. Malema, I don't want Mr. Malema to get involved at this stage. That's where matters sit on the 30th of June. The next stage of this process is...
Sorry, you said 30th June, it looks like July?
Sorry, 30th of July, 30th of July. The next stage of this process is on the 2nd of August at straddling pages 6241 and 6242. And there General Khan sends to Mr. Sayed a message which reproduces an article in Afrikaans which shows that the story of disciplinary proceedings or disciplinary action, potential disciplinary action against him has now been leaked. It's being reported in the Afrikaans press. That is on 2 August. The next day, on 3 August, at the foot of 6243, going on to 6244, General Khan sends to Mr. Sayed a photograph. And it's a photograph of Mr. Malema and Mr. Sayed around a dinner table with 2 other people. So if we can go back to the process. 30th of July, there's the disciplinary letter. Mr. Sayed says, should I get Mr. Malema involved? General Khan says no. 2 August, 2 days later, the story has leaked to the press. And the next day, General Khan sends a photograph of Mr. Malema and Mr. Sayed to Mr. Sayed. On the 26th of August, at 6356, Mr. Sayed sends General Khan a contact card for Mr. Malema. So General Khan, one would imagine, or one can infer, up to this point was not able to contact Mr. Malema directly, but now General Khan has received Mr. Malema's contact details from Mr. Sayed. On the 5th of December, Mr. Sayed sends General Khan a voice note. That voice note appears at page 6385, and if we can play it.
Salams, bro. Juju called me now. He says that your things are coming along very, very nicely. It's moving along very rapidly. But just give them some time, but it's going to happen for sure.
So, Mr. Sayed says to General Khan, Juju called, your things are coming along, it's moving along very nicely, it's going to happen for sure. General Khan thanks him, says much appreciated, and then on the 22nd of September, at 6417, Mr. Sayed sends another message from Mr. Malema to General Khan, and this clearly relates to the disciplinary issue, and it's at the foot of 6417, and he says, Brew, I forgot to tell you the Jew called me, said that you will not ever resign, no matter what, this is a fight, and we will emerge victorious. So if we reflect on that timeline, what we see is that General Khan is in disciplinary trouble at crime intelligence. He tells Mr. Sayed says, should I get Mr. Malema involved? General Khan says initially no. A few days later, the story of his disciplinary difficulties is leaked to the press, and sometime thereafter, Mr. Malema gets involved, and by 22 September, Mr. Malema is saying, you will not ever resign, no matter what, this is a fight, and we will emerge victorious. Now, if we go back to the chats again and look at this timeline, which runs from 30 July to 22 September, we see another suggestion of a quid pro quo with Mr. Malema in relation to this episode. And if we just go back to that timeline, it starts 30 July. General Khan asks Mr. Sayed to hold off informing Mr. Malema on the 30th of July. That seems to have changed after the disciplinary problems leaked to the media on the 2nd of August, and then he WhatsApps the picture of Mr. Malema and Mr. Sayed to Mr. Sayed. If we go to page 6240, and look at the sequence. 6240 is the story leaking on the 2nd of August. 6244 is General Khan forwarding the picture of Mr. Malema and Mr. Sayed to Mr. Sayed on the 3rd of August. And if we go down to 6245, on the same day that General Khan forwards the picture of Mr. Malema and Mr. Sayed to Mr. Sayed, Mr. Sayed returns a message which relates to a tender for fleet management services submitted by a company called Bertobrite, B-E-R-T-O-B-R-I-T-E, to the State Information Technology Agency, SITA. And underneath that, he says, Juju sent me. General Khan says what he needs here, what does he need? And Mr. Sayed says, I think he wants us to do it. In other words, we infer, I think he wants us to do this tender for him. So we have...
But where is the for him part, Mr. CHARKLESON? I mean, I think he wants us to do it, I get that part.
Or for Bertobrite, because it's Bertobrite's tender. It's not a tender that's put in by a company of Mr. Sayed or Mr. Or General Khan. It's for Bertobrite. And of course the question is, what is the relationship between Bertobrite and Mr. Malema?
That part I get. The part I don't get is for you to say he wants us to do it for him. That's the part
for
that I don't
Bertobrite.
get.
The issue in relation to Bertobrite is that by this stage, August 2021, Bertobrite has already appeared in the press in relation to an allegedly corrupt tender that it procured in Tshwane on the basis of paying amounts to the EFF. I'll find my reference. I don't have it to hand here, but it is in the exhibit bundle. Let me just quickly look. Yeah, it's page 303 of the exhibits bundle, where there is an article entitled "Businessman Who Captured Tshwane Fleet Department Had a Man on the Inside." It's dated 26 February 2020. It relates to a Bertobrite it relates to a tender in Tshwane by Mr. Khanyago, who is linked to Berta Bright, and who is alleged to have paid 15 million to 3 companies linked to EFF leader Mr. Malema.
The article seems to mention a different company of Mr. Kanyako, Mr. CHARKLESON. Reading very quickly, sorry, I might be missing it.
No, you are right. It refers to Balimi Barui Trading, BBT. I will get the connection to Mr. Kanyako and Berta Bright. We don't have it in this bundle. But if we go back to the sequence, we see again a situation where General Khan appears to be looking for the support of Mr. Malema in his disciplinary matters through Mr. Sayed. And through Mr. Sayed, Mr. Malema is communicating a wish that General Khan and Mr. Sayed will assist with the Berta Bright tender. Now, in advance of this evidence, notices were issued to, among others, Mr. Sayed, General Fani, and Mr. Malema, indicating that they may be implicated in relation to some of the evidence concerning General Khan. Mr. Malema did respond to that notice, unlike Mr. Sayed and General Fani. The notice that was served on Mr. Malema is to be found at page 283. And as Mr. Malema did respond to that notice, I think, in fairness, we should read out his response into this record so that his response is there for the public to see. It may make, because the response is a response to the notice, it probably makes sense to start with the notice at 283. And the notice says, it's headed in terms of Rule 3 of the Rules of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, you're hereby given notice that on 6 June 2026, the Commission's investigator, Mr. Tsepo Nyatlo, submitted an affidavit in the Gauteng High Court under case number, and the case number is given, in response to an urgent application brought by Major General Feroz Khan. This affidavit referenced certain WhatsApp chats between Mr. Mohammed Sayed and General Khan. Referenced certain WhatsApp chats between Mr. Mohammed Sayed and General Khan in the years 2020 to 2023 that were extracted from General Khan's cellular mobile device. The affidavit will be canvassed when General Khan testifies at the Commission from 1 July and refers to chats that implicate you in matters under investigation by the Commission, in particular as follows. And then 6 potential implications are listed. The first is that in June 2021, you, General Khan, and Mr. Sayed seemingly conspired to orchestrate the removal of the then Inspector General of Intelligence, Dr. Dintwe. 1.2, that through Mr. Sayed, you sought and obtained confidential information from General Khan in relation to a criminal case that had been opened against you in Sandton, and the case numbers given. Specifically, you were provided with the name and physical address of the complainant in the matter. The case concerned the VBS bank scandal in which you are alleged to have received bribes from the chair of the bank. 1.3. On 30 July 2021, Mr. Sayed asked General Khan if he could forward to you a disciplinary notice that General Khan had received. The appearance was that you would be of assistance. On 3 August 2021, Mr. Sayed forwarded to General Khan details of the company Bright that had bid for a tender for fleet management for SAPS. He stated that it came from Juju and said, "I think he wants us to do it." In July 2021, there were allegations in the media that Bright secured a fuel tender in the city of Tshwane by paying bribes to the EFF. 1.5. On 5 September 2021, Mr. Sayed sent General Khan a voice note in which he stated the following, quotes, "Juju called me now. He said that your things are coming along very, very nicely. It's moving along very rapidly, but just give him some time, but it's going to happen for sure." 1.6, on 22 September 2021, Mr. Sayed sent General Khan a message of support from Mr. Malema in relation to his disciplinary proceedings, quotes, "I forgot to tell you that you called me, said you will not ever resign, no matter what, this is a fight and we will emerge victorious." The details of the allegations and the chats themselves are set out in Mr. Nyatlo's affidavit and annexures to the affidavit, the relevant extracts of which are attached here to as Annexure A. And then paragraph 4 was giving 10 days to file the statement. I won't read the rest of the statement. The affidavit starts at page 287. And because Mr. Malema's response is addressed to the affidavit, maybe it may make sense to briefly canvass what's in the affidavit. Paragraphs 55 and 56 address the Carney Links relationship with the EFF. Paragraph 57 addresses the apparent conspiracy to remove Dr. Dintwe. Paragraph 58 deals with Mr. Malema soliciting details of the complainant in the VBS case. Paragraph 59 deals with Mr. Sayed asking General Khan if he could send details of the disciplinary process against General Khan to Mr. Malema. Paragraph 60 and 61 deal with the fleet management tender and the allegation that Bright was alleged to have bribed the EFF. And the inference from the chats that Mr. Malema wanted General Khan and Mr. Sayed to do the fleet management tender. And paragraph 63 to 65 relate to the alleged messages of support from Mr. Malema to General Khan in relation to his disciplinary problems. Mr. Malema's answer is at page 316, and I should read it out in full. It says, "My name is Julius Malema, MP. This serves to respond to the Rule 3 notice of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System, brackets Commission Rules, brackets Notice, in terms of which you provided me with an opportunity to respond thereto if I so elect. Save where otherwise stated, the facts set out herein are within my personal knowledge and are to the best of my belief both true and correct. Where I make submissions of a legal nature, I do so on the advice of my legal representatives. I've been invited to respond to a vermins contained in an extract of Mr. Tsepo Nyatlo's, Mr. Nyatlo, affidavit, which supposedly implicate me. As a starting point, the evidence of material alleged to implicate me in Mr. Nyatlo's affidavit are largely purported extracts of communications between Major General Feroz Khan, General Khan, and Mr. Mohammed Sayed, Mr. Sayed. I evidently cannot confirm whether these extracts are a true recordal of their engagements or the authenticity of those extracts. Only they can. I do not understand the Commission to require me to so confirm. I simply record this point to note that my response will be curtailed to claims that are in my personal knowledge and relate to me. Ad seriatim response to Mr. Nyatlo's affidavit. Add paragraph 55, and the Commission will recall that paragraph 55 concerned the Carney Links relationship with EFF. It wasn't an issue